you said that you're here to do something special and records are meant to be broken. So what have you planned for that in terms of combination? I think your mic's not working. Let's try this.
So I think we have a very good combination with the seam bowling and as well as a couple of all-rounders, and we had a very good preparation last 1-2 weeks. So I hope they will do something that what we did in the practice.
The word probably didn't pick up because your mic went off. Can you just tell everybody again what you're going to do and why?
I like to bowl first because of the wicket looks a little moisture on the wicket. I think it helps our seam bowlers.
Right, the World Test Championship final is still a realistic chance. How important is it to come out on a winning note, especially obviously the challenges you've had so far?
Yeah, obviously it's very important. We are not looking at too far away. I think it's very important how we're going to play this test match.
Captain as well, out of home, away for the first time, so it must be a proud moment for you. How much are you enjoying this responsibility?
So far I enjoy a lot and I'm very proud. I think every captain likes to represent our country, and I'm very lucky and I'm very thankful to our cricket board. So I'm so far enjoying.
Also, you mentioned bowling is your strength. Batting has let you down slightly in the past. What is your combination for today?
We have 6 genuine batters and as I mentioned, a couple of all-rounders and 3 seamers.
Good luck today. Right, Sean, what would you have done? Any surprises with the toss decision?
We were going to have a ball first as well, just to see how it plays. We haven't played cricket in August ever in Pindi, and there is some grass. It's rained a bit. But again, it's one of those decisions. Test cricket is played over 5 days. There's always an advantage and a disadvantage to something. So I think with batting first, if we bat well, I feel that towards the end of the game, it might get a bit harder to bat if the cracks too open.
Similar question for you as well. The World Test Championship final definitely on the cards. 7 matches at home. Results definitely on the W side.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think we have to. Test cricket is about picking 20 wickets, and for us, when we went to Australia, that was one of our targets. I thought we did well there with the ball especially, and now it's about continuing that momentum. And when you have 7 home games out of 9, that gives you a great chance to take advantage of home conditions, and that's what we're looking to do.
Proud moment for you and your family as well. I'm sure captaining Pakistan Test cricket at home for the first time. How much of responsibility of this do you enjoy? Also, does the new format of the team and the combination of the coach exude slight more confidence given the team was announced a couple of days ago?
Look, I think it's always good to know what you want to do. I think we've been very clear. We've tried to communicate with players, communicate with ourselves what we want to do. So that's always a good picture as a player. It removes the uncertainty a bit. There's always going to be uncertainty and the unknown. But look, at the end of the day, it's a proud moment. It's a privilege. You never take these days for granted. Nothing is guaranteed in sports, so you have to come out here and give your absolute best. But it's an exciting opportunity, a challenge, and for us, a collective opportunity to do well in these home test matches and push for a World Test Championship final place.
Well, like I said, you already announced your 11. Any changes, or are you going with that?
I'm going with the same.
Brilliant, Sean. Have a good one. Well, the news from the centre is that Bangladesh have won the toss and they will have a ball.
Alright, so now we know what's happening. Bangladesh have won the toss. Advantage Bangladesh, the kind of surface that has been prepared, and they've decided to bowl first. We'll talk more on that. We'll take a short break. That's gone through. That shot will hit the stumps. Beautifully bowled. And lead movement of the what a shot. Names of the highest class. But one of the very best in the game. God, that is an excellent catch. Wonderful, wonderful catch. Lovely shot. Beautiful shot. Powerful pass. Extra cover. Bake hits it miles in the air. The mullet is underneath it and takes it. Oh, that looks fun. And Curry strikes again. He's picked up a wicket first lap, so that's really good stuff. But oh, got a handle. And it's just been forced on. Brilliant catch from the captain.
আপনাদের সবাইকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি ক্রিকেট ফুটবল
ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজের কন্ডিশন বলে যে সেখানে আপনার স্পিনার বেশি দরকার পড়বে।
নির্বাচকদের জন্য সবচেয়ে বেশি চ্যালেঞ্জিং পার্ট আসলে এটাই ছিল, সাইফুদ্দিনকে বাদ দেওয়া।
আইপিএল এর বেসিসে রিঙ্কু সিংকে বাদ দিয়ে শিবম দুবেকে নিয়েছে।
একটা বিশ্বকাপ কি আরেকটা বিশ্বকাপ আসলো, তখন চিত্রটা উল্টে গেল।
মাহমুদুল্লাহ রিয়াদ বা জাকের আলী অনেক বা তৌহিদ হৃদয় সবাই কিন্তু আসলে ফিক্সড অবস্থানেই আছে।
দ্য ক্রিকেট শো শনি বুধ ও শুক্রবার ঠিক দুপুর 12টায় টি স্পোর্টস নেটওয়ার্কে।
Hello and welcome back to the Pitchside Studio. And for those who've just joined us, Bangladesh have won the toss and they've decided to bowl first. We've lost the first session, but we still have 48 overs to go in the day in the remaining two sessions, and we play up to 6 o'clock. I've got Athar Ali Khan also joining us in the studio. Speaking of Bangladesh, advantage Bangladesh, win the toss and go ahead and make whatever is available on that surface.
I think Sikandar, advantage would be when a captain decides to bowl first on a surface which he feels is something in for the seamers. And it's about talking about taking wickets. And if they manage to do that, yes, advantage Bangladesh. If they don't, then they're on the back foot. That's exactly what he would want to see from their seamers. If you look at the team combination, they have 3 frontline seamers. Yes, there was no Taskin Ahmed because he's still coming back. We're playing a couple of practice matches, warm matches. He'll be available for the second test match. But they've gone in with Shariful Islam, the left-arm seamer, and then also Hassan Mahmood, who's only made his debut this year against Sri Lanka. And also Nahid Rana, the rookie, tall, lanky, fast bowler. He's the quickest of the lot. But they don't really want to see them getting overexcited because this is a surface which looks to be very good, especially for the bowlers, seamers, early on. Yes, the sun has baked down. It will dry up. But the new ball, they need to go and let the new ball to top, bowl in right areas. That's where the advantage is.
All right, that's where the advantage is. Quick look at the Pakistan 11, and well, quite a few options available as far as the opening goes. We've got Abdullah Shafiq, of course, Saim Ayub can open, Shan himself is an opener, Babar, yes, bats 3, today he's at 4, Saud Shakil also an option. But yeah, Pakistan has gone with the seamers option, no frontline spinners in their 11. And Bangladesh, as in detail Athar already mentioned, that this is their combination, more conventional, test match cricket, 3 seamers, 2 spinners and a couple of all-rounders. Now, what is the surface offering us? We will now head out. Earlier on, Babu Khan was out there and will tell us more about the pitch.
The last time we had a test match over here in Rawalpindi, 506 runs were scored on the first day. It is a sea change from that. The pitch now is supposed to be helping the fast bowlers, and for evidence for that, there is plenty of grass covering. There is a lot of grass on the Rawalpindi pitch, so you want to be having that sea movement up front. Now, it's been raining here in Pindi, Islamabad for the past week or so. It's the fag end of the monsoon season, so there'll be plenty of moisture to work with. Now, what is important is the first couple of hours. There'll be sea movement. If you want to bowl full, and get the ball to talk a little bit, I reckon there'll be plenty of moisture to work with. Even if you put on a spinner, there might be a little bit of turn. But I think generally the faster bowlers will, firstly, in the opening session, be very happy with what they see. So you want to pitch the ball up, get it to seam around, and make sure that you don't waste that new ball.
Little insight from Basit on the pitch. We'll talk more on that. We'll take a short break. Don't go too far.
আপনাদের সবাইকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি দ্য ক্রিকেট শোতে।
ইউএস এবং ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজের কন্ডিশন বলে যে সেখানে আপনার স্পিনার বেশি দরকার পড়বে।
নির্বাচকদের জন্য সবচেয়ে বেশি চ্যালেঞ্জিং পার্ট আসলে এটাই ছিল, সাইফুদ্দিনকে বাদ দেওয়া।
আইপিএল এর বেসিসে রিঙ্কু সিংকে বাদ দিয়ে শিবম দুবেকে নিয়েছে।
একটা বিশ্বকাপ কি আরেকটা বিশ্বকাপ আসলো, তখন চিত্রটা উল্টে গেল।
মাহমুদুল্লাহ রিয়াদ বা জাকের আলী অনিক বা তৌহিদ হৃদয় সবাই কিন্তু আসলে ফিক্সড অবস্থানেই আছে।
দ্য ক্রিকেট শো শনি বুধ ও শুক্রবার ঠিক দুপুর 12টায় টি স্পোর্টস নেটওয়ার্কে।
Back once again to the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. We're talking about the Pakistan-Bangladesh first test and the first session, so to speak, because the first one was washed out. And the news is that Bangladesh have won the toss and they decided to bowl first, which means now we've got to look at Pakistan's openers, and the options tell us there are a couple of newcomers. One of them is Saim Ayub, who's played one test match in Australia, and Amr has watched Saim Ayub, one left-hander to another. How do you see him, and what kind of approach would you advise him on a pitch like this?
See, he's been criticized heavily because of his intemperate style of batting. And I think this format will teach him how important defensive technique is, no matter what format you are featuring in. So I think it'll be a learning curve for him, and he has to curb his flamboyance to be able to excel in test matches, and especially on a pitch like this, where batters need to show the awareness of the off zone to be able to stay at the wicket for the longest. And like Athar Ali Khan mentioned, they can only take the advantage of winning the toss by picking up the wickets. And these batsmen should be wary of the fact, if they don't allow the bowlers to get early wickets, then there'll be frustration.
Well, Athar, I've got only 20 seconds left. Players to watch out from your 11 when you talk about bowling.
Well, you got to look at someone like Nahid Rana. He's a rookie who made his debut this year, only played one test. He looks sharp, he's tall, and if he hits the right line and then fine, Shurikul Islam can move a bit. I think all the three seamers you got to watch out for, because Bangladesh believes that it's possible for them to go in and pick up early wickets.
All right, thank you gentlemen for joining us, and for those who've been waiting eagerly for the test match to begin, well, it's only a matter of time. Bangladesh have decided they will bowl first, so which means the home side will have to bat on a slightly greener surface. And of course the combinations in front of us, we've repeatedly said it, that Pakistan have gone with all-seam attack, but that will only come in handy later on because they're batting first. And Bangladesh out there, of course, with their spinners and a good variation and mix of fast bowlers and all-rounders. Shakibul Hasan, the experienced campaigner, he's out there in the middle. He'll surely put in a helping hand to their captain, who's having his first series away from home as captain. So Shanto, good luck to you, and good luck to, of course, Shan Masood as well. So all action set at the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium for this first test between the two sides. Enjoy every single delivery of it, and here goes.
Lovely shot. Beautiful shot. Powerful pass. Extra cover. Both hits it miles in the air. The mullet is underneath it and takes it. And Curry strikes again. He's picked up a wicket first lap, so that's really good stuff from Lahore by handle. And it's just been forced on. Brilliant catch of the captain.
সবাইকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি দ্য ক্রিকেট শোতে।
ইউএস এবং ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজের কন্ডিশন বলে যে সেখানে আপনার স্পিনার বেশি দরকার পড়বে।
নির্বাচকদের জন্য সবচেয়ে বেশি চ্যালেঞ্জিং পার্ট আসলে এটাই ছিল, সাইফুদ্দিনকে বাদ দেওয়া।
আইপিএল এর বেসিসে রিঙ্কু সিংকে বাদ দিয়ে শিবম দুবেকে নিয়েছে।
একটা বিশ্বকাপ যে আরেকটা বিশ্বকাপ আসলো, তখন চিত্রটা উল্টে গেল।
মাহমুদুল্লাহ রিয়াদ বা জাকের আলী অনেক বা সৌমিত হৃদয় সবাই কিন্তু আসলে ফিক্সড অবস্থানেই আছে।
দ্য ক্রিকেট শো শনি বুধ ও শুক্রবার ঠিক দুপুর 12টায় টি স্পোর্টস নেটওয়ার্কে।
Pakistan, under a new coach, looks forward to redeem themselves with a busy home season. It all starts here today in Rawalpindi.
Stakes are indeed high, and Shan Masood's men have a mountain to climb to get to Lord's for the World Test Championship final.
The Lion roars, and what a way to bring up this century!
There it is, Shan Masood, second Test match 100.
Plenty of new and exciting talent to view in this series, Pakistan versus Bangladesh. But keep an eye on the PSL star Muhammad Ali, this time to deliver the knockout punch in the test format.
Oh, Shamir.
Bangladesh have not won a test match against Pakistan, but it's time to set the record straight. It's the Tigers against Pakistan, but on a foreign soil. Always the first time, and the Tigers need to roar. Here.
Bangladesh, England, West Indies, Tri-Nation Champions Trophy. Next few months in Pakistan is high voltage cricket.
बहुत मजा आएगा. Tricky. Disconnect.
Hello and welcome from Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. Bankalpula presents Blue World City Test Series. First test, day 1. We had a toss a while ago, and it was Bangladesh who won the toss and elected to field first. Pakistan with those 4 fast bowlers, Salman Ali Agha, the all-rounder, the off-spinner, the batting, Abdullah Shafiq and Saim Ayub, the openers, Babar Azam, all eyes on him. Shah Masood, well, he needs some run as the captain to lead from the front. Bangladesh will have first use with the new ball. Sharaful Islam will be the left armer, then we've got Hassan, but Nahid is the one to watch. And as we get ready for the test match, we're also getting ready for the national anthems of the teams. crowd has made their way to the ground. A few people have braved the heat. It is still quite muggy, humid, coming to the end of the monsoon season, so it's not very comfortable when you're sitting out in the sun. But thankfully, the outfield is dried and it is all in readiness for the test match. It's a starting of a long home season, or a pretty packed home season for Pakistan. Lots of test matches to come. For Bangladesh, well, they won the toss, and the temptation looking at the green surface would always be to have first use with the ball. Pakistan with the opening pair of Abdullah Shafiq and Saim Ayub. Saim Ayub, the upcoming star for Pakistan, he's been given an opportunity now in home conditions to try and just cement his place. Abdullah Shafiq, well, he's impressed in a few seasons now. Vitally important for Bangladesh to make full use of the new ball, get their lengths right, and with me Nick Compton. Firstly, welcome to Rawalpindi, and secondly, finally, the outfield is dried and we're ready for action.
Buzzer, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It certainly has dried. It's a wonderful day out there. And isn't it great that we've got Test cricket back on our screens? It's been some time since we've seen Test cricket on the shores of Pakistan, but they're back out there, and with it is this Bangladesh team. Lots to do for them, and lots to do for these two openers. A new opening partnership. There they come. And they've got a tough challenge against them, you would say. There they are. Some nice conditions for bowling. A bit of grass. More grass than we've seen in the past. I think you brought up the fact that the last time they played, Joe, was against England, and they scored 506 in the day. But I think that the conditions were somewhat different. This is going to be a challenging task for these two players. There's no doubt about that. Saim Ayub, and there he is, Richard Kettlebrough. The umpire's from England. He's been around for some time now, very experienced man.
Yeah, all eyes on how much the ball will react off the surface, how much swing there will be. Interesting what length Bangladesh do bowl with that new ball. Abdullah Shafiq, a very organised opener, very stylish opener. He's got a wonderful test record so far. A lot of people look up to him as one for the future, one for the longer version, and staying for the Pakistan team for a long time. Saim Ayub, well, talent that has come through is Saim Ayub. All eyes on him. He's quite a dasher. He's got a 200 in first class grade. We know he can bat, we know he's got all the shots, but can he put them together? Shariful Islam, left armour, will get the ball probably to nip back into the right-hander Abdullah Shafiq, and that'll be the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. More pressure on the Pakistan bowlers. Bangladesh getting first crack with the new ball, and well, they won the toss, but you've got to get in the right areas. Absolutely. And that's going to be the challenge. They'll feel some pressure, there's no doubt about that. They've got 3 slips and a gully, maybe a fly slip. So an attacking field to start the first ball.
A bit of swing back in, slightly too full, just clipped away leg side. But this is what Bangladesh will want. Swing up front and then something off the surface. Pakistan made it very clear with selecting their team with 4 fast bowlers a couple of days ago. So the thinking in Pakistan's camp is that this will support seam bowling. Now, firstly, the toss goes Bangladesh's way. Now, Bangladesh will have to make it count. Yeah, that's the length, just offering a little off the surface.
Yeah, early signs of swing, as to be expected. Not sure how long that'll last, but it's the nip of the think that you want to see that one just going on with the arm slightly. I think the batsman played that pretty well, just tucked his bat inside the line. So, encouraging start here for Bangladesh. Got to get the ball in the right area, absolutely. Won the toss. Always find it's quite difficult. It's a bit like walking out to bat on a really flat wicket. The expectations are you're going to score runs. The expectations here are that Bangladesh are going to take early wickets.
On the leg side, he's hit the first, just leg bias. Statsman very excited because these two have opened twice together and never have they ever got off the mark in a partnership. So this is the first time that they've scored a run, albeit a leg by. And for the left-hander, 3 sips a gully, attack the outside edge, which is natural delivery, swinging away from the left-hander, but the one that dips back in on this surface, I think that will be the danger ball. Slightly wide. Normally it's very bare. This Rawalpindi pitch, recent times we've seen a lot of runs scored. There's a lot of covering of grass. Now, how long that grass will last? Normally you don't have test matches this early in the season. We're almost at the end of the monsoon season, so there's a lot of water. Remember, it rained almost for a week before coming into this test match. Now, how hard this surface will become is something we remain to see. So normally the surface sort of hardens up, it quickens up, and there's those indentations come into play. Now, I'm not too sure if in this season that the pitch will become a lot harder than it actually is, which will be interesting how it works with the fast bowlers. Now, there's a lot of discussion beforehand if Pakistan don't have a spinner, but right now our focus is on how the ball reacts for the paces.
3 slips in a gully, anxiously waiting for that outside edge. Saim yet to get off the strike. Exciting left-hander. He needs another one. So an encouraging start for the opposition and for the home team. It's 1 for no wicket.
সবার জন্য ভালো চপস্টিক এখন পকেটের জন্যও ভালো টেস্টি সফট মুক্ত চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলসে পাচ্ছেন 10, 20, 25 ও 30 টাকা পর্যন্ত ছাড়।
Slight bit of breeze which will be welcomed. It is quite humid now. Hassan Mahmood with the new ball does stand the seam up, which will probably hold him in good stead on this surface. Deceptively quick. Sometimes he's on to you before you know it. Speaker looks as if he's going to be the designated ball shiner. It is that type of weather where you sweat quite a lot, quite muggy, quite humid. So important to take care of that kookaburra.
A bit of seam back into the right-hander. Yeah, it'll be nervous times for the openers. Stands nice and still, heads in a good position. Yeah, of course, very high, but encouraging for Bangladesh, going in and out. So
Goes without being saying they've got to make use of this new ball, got to make Pakistan openers play as much as they possibly can. They've got slipcord in there, you can see them. They are waiting eagerly, waiting for a mistake if they can get one. That's a better length. It's almost as if you've got to push yourself to bowl as full as possible. It is a surface where you want to encourage the drive. Yes, if one gets away to the covers, that's fine, but maybe you can also squeeze a little further up to the back. It does seem away. We talked about the water levels and how this fish might not be as hard as you'd expect, so maybe it's the length that needs to be full and make the batter go after it. I think back of a length, just the slowness of the service might allow you to adapt. Nice looking shot, but if you wouldn't mind that, that's a better length.
Yeah, agree with that.
Sometimes just go away from your natural length, so it can be difficult for bowlers who do bowl that back of a length to suddenly push themselves up a little bit. Richard Kettleborough standing his 84th test, very experienced man, all the way from England. And it's Adrian Holstock, and just in his 12th test, so experience and youthfulness, you could say, in some ways, still making his way in the test arena. Beautiful. That is the way you want to be, just seaming away, making the batter play that forward defensive. Did everything. The only thing it missed was the outside edge. Well, I have good memories of his only other previous time playing Test cricket. Yeah, it's an absolute beauty. Just straightened ever so slightly off the whip pitch. Played quite well too, didn't push too hard. Early signs that the ball's starting to do some. 6 wickets in that fixture, his first test match. 4 for 65 in that first innings. And back at the length, easier to play, just gets a single to the offside. So after 2, it's 2 without loss. Pakistan announced their 11 a couple of days ago, 4 fast bowlers in that. They see it differently. They've got 2 all-rounders, Shakib Hassan left arm spin and Mehdi off spin. And obviously Bangladesh blessed with having a world-class all-rounder in Shakib Hassan, so left-arm spinner they've got there, and then Mehdi Hassan Miraz, who bats really well. Just that batting does run deep, but he's also the off-spinner, so 3 fast bowlers and the off-spinner and the left-arm spinner. So Bangladesh seeing it slightly differently, although their team balance will always have a spinner in terms of Shakib Hassan. Inside edge, very close. All just nipping back in, and then might well have just dragged on to the stumps.
Yeah, he feels Shariful Islam just finding his lines and lengths now. He's taken the first over to get himself in, but that's a better length. Testing the right-hander of Shafiq. Yeah, pretty close that one. So he's finding his lengths and lines, and they need to find them pretty quickly. Assisting the bowling conditions here, there's no doubt about that. Bangladesh winning the toss. He's an accurate man at his best. Gets a little bit of seam movement, can run the one back into the left-hander.
Nicely played, solid. The other factor is that even with the fast bowlers that they have, there is quite testing conditions in terms of the heat and the humidity, so I don't think the faster men would want a longish spell. They want to bowl 3, 4, maybe 5, but I think 4 probably max. And to create an impact, you need to be spot on in that short spell that you're going to get.
Averaging 34, Rawalpindi in first class cricket is signed. 12 innings, 345 runs.
Stand behind that.
Yeah, a lot of talk about him and his stroke play. Very much a front foot player. Just looking at that pitch earlier on, there was a lot of talk about the ball carrying, going through to the keeper. That's what they want. That's what the coaches, the captains, and everyone who watches Test cricket, they want to see the ball carry, and not only carry for the first 2 days, can it carry for the first, well, the full 4 or 5? So just wonder whether this pitch will get quicker. Does it? You spoke about that. Of course, there is a bit of dampness, and it feels a little bit soft at this stage. Hawks down the track. We'll expect that from Simon Ayub.
Yeah, Simon Ayub will always want to score. He's that kind of player, wants bat on ball. He's trying to cover for that swing away from him, but also looking for an opportunity to get runs. That's the mindset that he plays with. He's sort of a player who wants to get the runs. He won't soak up time. He'll try and get runs at every opportunity. So therein lies a little bit of a chance for Bangladesh with the ball just nipping around. Leaves it well alone. 3 without loss.